Oh my gosh. First bite. Oh, I said so. Oh my gosh, I almost choked. Shouldn't talk and eat. That's like the first rule of you learn when you're a kid. Hello everyone. Welcome to it sounds weird saying this. I'm still getting used to it. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Abigail Okenge, and today we're gonna go through how we grocery shop and meal prep when it's crazy busy with work, dress for work, have to head out of here in like 10 minutes. So I'm eating my first meal and then I'm going to do my grocery shopping on my phone. This is the biggest and easiest hack that I've found over the past 3 months when it comes to saving time during grocery shopping and then also saving money, because I don't know about you, but when I go grocery shopping, I wander around the store and I like throw things in the cart that look good, or maybe a couple of new drinks that I want to try, and it like piles up at the end of the day. But when I grocery shop online, it doesn't tempt me, I'll use that word, to wander around the aisles. Everything that I normally get is already here in my profile. I'll put it up here on the screen. I can go in and just add everything that I need. We always do our grocery shopping on Friday. So after work, we'll go pick it up. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'll be able to prep everything because I have a little bit more free time for the week ahead, because I don't have any time throughout the week to prep any food. So I'm gonna do this now and then set it for pickup. I think Ben is gonna grab it and then we'll check back in when we pick up the groceries and we'll go through what we got and then how we meal prep it for the week. Okay, we made it. It's the end of the work day. My lovely husband here, who also broke his back today deadlifting. So I'm gonna be carrying the majority of the groceries up the stairs. Into the elevator, not up the stairs. He went and picked up the groceries from Aldi and Kroger. You just pull in a parking spot, they throw it in your trunk. It's the easiest thing ever. And then grabbed me from the office. Now we're back to our apartment. We're gonna carry these up to the elevator. Okay, quickly, let's go through what we got. This is all just frozen vegetables, this entire bag. I don't buy fresh vegetables, we don't cook them, we just throw them in the microwave from the freezer. Rice cakes for my pre-workout snack. Jars of salsa, because that's what I cook my chicken in. You'll see that tomorrow when I prep it. But it makes it very moist, very delicious. Black beans, taco seasoning. This is how I season my ground turkey. It's the best way to season ground turkey. Special treats. Ben doesn't know I got these. Yum. Peanut butter, also for pre-workout. Eggs, of course. Egg whites. There was a time in our lives when we would buy whole eggs and separate egg yolks from egg whites. We would get like, I don't know if you've seen the 60 count of eggs from Kroger or like Costco, but we would spend 30 minutes separating it because we want to buy the liquid egg whites, but just buy the liquid egg whites. It's so much easier and better. Almond milk for my creamies. And then Ben got some little yogurt cups. Something that's nice about Ben and I is that we pretty much eat the same things, whether one of us is on prep or not. So a lot of this stuff, it's not just for me. Ben will be eating a lot of it too. So it's for 2 people, not just myself. This entire bag is just ground turkey because we eat a ton of that. And then this entire bag is just chicken breast because we eat a ton of that too. We have sweet potatoes and healthy fats with our avocado. My special bag was, if you don't know about G Hughes and you're on a prep, you need to, because this is the best prep friendly sauce out there. We're gonna eat a meal now, put all the groceries away, and then we'll be back tomorrow to prep all of this for the next week. What's up, everyone? It is Sunday, just before 1 p.m., and we are going to meal prep our entire meals for this upcoming week for work. How I like to do my meal prep, kind of a combination of ingredient prep and meal prep. Cook all of the things that need to be cooked throughout the week. So we're talking meat, also rice, sweet potatoes, and then I need to prep my creamies. Everything else I can cook the day of, like the frozen veggies, and then I'll portion out my eggs. Same thing with the sausages. I can just throw those in the pan. Let's get started. We're gonna throw some rice in the rice cooker, and then we'll start cooking some turkey. Okay, so here's the rice cooker, and literally all you do, obviously turn it on. I already got the rice in there. You throw in 2 cups of rice, 3.5 cups of water. You press white rice, and that's it.
Wow.
It's not like you cook it on the stove. You don't have to worry about it spilling over. That is so annoying. This will just start to count down. It'll say 10 minutes, count down to 0, and then it'll be done. Okay, so cooking ground turkey. This meal I have eaten for the past almost 2 years, and I eat it every single day. Even if I'm prep or not, I just love it so much. And it's just 23/7 ground turkey and taco seasoning. Taco seasoning does have some calories compared to, I don't know, like garlic powder or onion powder and salt and pepper and things like that. And I use 2 packets for 3 pounds of ground turkey. It doesn't equate to that much, and we do cut it out towards the end of prep, but now for my sanity, we keep it in there. We go through about like 5 of these a week. I only prep 3 to start out with. Just like don't want it to go bad. So I can either cook 1 batch now, and then I can cook another batch and freeze it. Sometimes Ben has time later on in the week to throw it in the pan, throw some taco seasoning on it, and cook it. 105 right now. We'll see how long it takes to throw it in and cook it up. And then while it starts cooking, I'm gonna start cutting up some sweet potatoes. Something about the sunshine, baby. Sizzle. Just get it mushed up.
Get it mushed up, you said?
Yeah. How would you say it?
Ooh, it sounds just gross. No, I don't think you're wrong.
Is mushed up gross? Mashed? Is that less?
Mashed maybe is even worse.
Worse. Get it mashed up. It's like mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's meat. Just mash
So?
it up.
But that's what you do. I don't know. This motion. What is this?
I feel like more is like breaking it down.
Okay, break down the turkey. This is a lot for this pan, but the more I can fit in here and cook and prep, the better. So I push it to its limits. Let it do its thing while I do my sweet potatoes. I used to have a little vegetable chopper, but I worked that girl to death. She broke, so I've just been doing it by hand ever since. Sweet potato, cut the edges off, and then cut those into sections, and then I cut them into further squares. You can do like fries too. I've done that before, but I like them in these little squares. I think they're cute and taste better. And I think they cook better in the air fryer too. I'm gonna throw these in, and they're gonna take 15 minutes each batch. We have a smaller air fryer, so I have to do a couple batches. Compared to the oven, the oven takes like 45 minutes to roast a sweet potato, and it doesn't give it like a crispy edge like the air fryer does. If you don't have an air fryer, that's a significant thing to assist you. You're just trying to save time with your meal preps. The reason I can prep so much food for the week is because of all these like tools I have. Like the rice cooker, that saves a ton of time. I cook my chicken, I always cook it in the crock pot, and I'm actually gonna wait and cook it like 7 p.m. tonight because I'll just let it cook overnight, which is the ultimate hack. You really just have to take some time, go through some trial and error periods to figure out what works for you. If you want to have a successful prep or even just have a successful lifestyle diet, you need to be able to find a time to meal prep and do things like this. And once you get into a routine, it really doesn't take that much time. The thing that takes a lot of time is learning the skills and figuring out what works for you. Like I'm gonna get all this done in probably less than an hour for the entire week. So once I'm done with these, I just spritz them with a little bit of olive oil spray. Throw these bad boys in there. And this is all that I use. Paprika, garlic salt. Spritz of olive oil, paprika, oh my gosh. Garlic salt. And then I shake it up. Same thing to the other side. Voila! 375 for 15 minutes. And now I'll cut some more sweet potatoes. Before I do that, pop back over to my turkey. Spread it out more. And then I just kind of hop back and forth. It's a lot of multitasking, but I think it's efficient. We just finished watching You, season 5, but I feel like it's in season 2. Love chops the vegetables. And I always think of that scene when cutting my sweet potatoes. Okay, 1:23, and the turkey is all cooked up, and then I drained the fat out of it, and honestly, I just followed the instructions on the back of the taco seasoning packets. This is for ground beef, but it works for ground turkey as well. So you cook the meat, drain the fat, and then season the meat, and then you pour some water on it, and then you just continue cooking until all of the water is evaporated. It'll probably take me 30 minutes to cook this, but half that time I've spent cutting my sweet potatoes. Okay, my sweet potatoes are done. Yummy. They look so good. I just pop these into a fairly large Tupperware, and then I reheat them each morning in the air fryer for my breakfast. So you can actually see I've started to portion out some. I'll have these first thing tomorrow morning. I don't have to portion everything out. I can just weigh it the morning of, but I just find that it's one extra thing I don't have to think about, which really helps me out. I just know I grab my little thing of sweet potatoes, throw it in the air fryer for 4 minutes, and then it's ready for me to go. Creamy prepping time. I have 6 containers here. Almond milk, scale, protein. This is my first time trying the Jack Factory chocolate peanut butter, so I'm very excited to try it. Code Kenge saves you 15% on all supplements on jackfactory.com. This is an isolate, which I prefer. Easier to digest, only 1 gram of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and then 25 grams of protein. So doing a chocolate flavor and then this marshmallow milk flavor. Pop that on the scale. And then I'm going to fill these all up with the same amount of almond milk. And then I use a frother, pop the lids on, and then pop them in the freezer. Rice just got done cooking. Let's take a look at it. So easy. That's all good to go, and I'm going to throw that in the containers when everything's ready. It is 2 o'clock. Sweet potatoes have 4 more minutes. Turkey's done. Creamies are done. Rice is done. And I'm going to hop on a call from 2 to 2:30. And then after that, I'm going to package everything up. Look at this. I'm going to take these containers and using all my prepped ingredients, put them all together. And I'm just going to do it through Tuesday because I only have 2 glass containers for each meal that I'm going to take to work. And I only like to heat up my food in the glass containers or like a ceramic bowl. And it works out really well because Wednesday is my rest day. So I'll also have cardio on that day, but I'll have a little extra time to do some meal prep. Then get my glass containers after they've been washed and portion them out for Wednesday and Thursday. And then I'll probably just portion out Fridays as well, but then throw it in a clean glass container on the day of Friday. Let's do it.
You can do the time lapse in the app if you
Oh,
want.
on this thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
Right here.
my producer is helping. That took maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Everything is together and it looks so satisfying when it's all out like this. Look. Oh. So this is all my sweet potatoes for the entire week. And then this right here is gonna be my 2 meals that I eat at work. And then here are my eggs that I'll cook during breakfast. Like I said, I have these sausages that I will just throw on the pan in the morning of. Super easy. My last meal, I just make that at home in a bowl. I get the scale out and I get the veggies and rice and chicken out and I cook that, I heat that up here. And I'm just gonna pop some lids on these things and we'll be good to go. All set for at least the start of the week, and then Wednesday we'll prep some more stuff and be set for the rest of the week. And that took less than 2 hours to get all my food cooked and prepped for the entirety of the week. And then Ben usually does help me, but today I wanted to do it myself so I could time it and film it and everything. So I'm not gonna throw him under the bus. You know who doesn't do anything? That guy. He just sits in the middle of the kitchen and makes me trip every time I try and like go to do the sweet potatoes, go to the turkey, go to the sweet potatoes. Again, when it comes to meal prepping, it really is just what works for you. But the only way you're gonna find out what that is if you actually try it. And the only way to do that is to start. So thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe to continue to see my journey on prep while working 9 to 5, part-time coaching, full-time YouTubing, or trying to, but also not crashing out. Thanks again. Bye.